want to thank everyone for traveling to Texas for the first ILCA 6 Youth National Team Camp this past weekend. We had a fantastic time in the great state of Texas. Thank you to Houston Yacht Club and GCYSA for hosting us. Thank you for participating in the fitness test. I urge you in 12 weeks' time to do another test, which is going to be this date right here. First day of the camp on Friday, we had 11 to 14 knots, steep and deep chop, and remember we did the 4 stations. So Steve Mitchell led the 2-minute flat out drill. Consistent heel, 80% hiking position for 80% of the time, minimize the sheet range within 6 inches of the blocks, steering through the chop. Next was the chaos drill with Rosie. What is important in this drill? Adaptation, fast reaction. It's all about mechanics in the maneuvers, main sheet management, and carving on the jibes downwind. Not forcing your jibe and stuffing your bow into the next wave, but being patient, surfing the waves and getting through on the jibe. Nice, smooth, clean turn. The reaching drill with Alex was definitely everyone's favorite. Lots of spray, lots of action. Down in the puffs, up in the lulls, surfing a little bit when you can, but taking that nice VMG line to the reach mark. And blasting around in a laser doesn't get much better than that. The gutbuster drill with me was everyone's personal least favorite, but thanks for doing it. I love those gutbuster boat handling drills. All the little tiny decisions you have to make, tacking on ley line, getting around the mark, top mark exit, jiving, bottom mark roundings, inside lane on the downwinds. There's just so many things to work on. A couple takeaways from my notes from Saturday, which was anywhere between 7 to 11 knots with the breeze. Again, another 3-hour day on the water. It was all about starting and your final maneuvers and positioning on the starting line. When are you pulling controls on? Are we rolling to accelerate with a flatten? Or is the breeze up? Can we just pull in the main sheet, put our shoulders down and go? Making that key decision and trigger pull time with the boat next to you, you learn what you need to do to get off the line full speed in a good lane. The upwind sprints were all about maintaining that 80% hiking position and lane management with the boats around you. It's all about grit, which as we discussed is gonna come with more training, more in-boat training, and using your hiking bench at home. Then with the downwind sprints, it's all about surfing. Upturns or downturns, more turns than the stock market, but all we know is using the waves to push your boat downwind proves to be the fastest way. I really appreciate that you did the fitness test. It's a great benchmark and evaluation of where you are at right now in your fitness. Take into consideration that if you traveled to Texas for the camp, your nutrition and hydration leading up to it, and your body's mobility and flexibility. All these things need to be considered, and if you're not a runner, then the fitness test was a big ask. Hopefully this motivates you to add fitness to your weekly routine. Sunday's activity on the water was short and sharp, a 2.5-hour power session. The Easter eggs versus the Easter bunnies starting drill, really great drill. And then the heated races was important. Pressure on the starting line to qualify, making sure you executed, but not overdoing it. The balance between risk and reward. I love that. I think it's a great lesson in sailboat racing. Wanting to be competitive, but not risking it all, to making sure you have a conservative score line throughout the week in the top. And that'll get you the Gold Fleet standing. Start was definitely key and important, as well as your ley line selection and your rounding at the top mark. A lot of people getting jammed up at the weather mark, tacking too close, just high and slow, getting hooked on the mark or fouling people. So take an extra second, duck the boat if you need to set you up for a solid bear away. Great practice here for everybody, and those who want it, got it. And I gotta tell you something, on the downwinds, you've gotta want it. Gate roundings and lane management out of the bottom, extremely important, finding your path upwind and having the endurance to keep your shoulders down for that hiking position on the second leg. The winter's extended, The losers are cocktail shrimping in the back of the fleet. Just comes down to that in-boat fitness that you can control and work on. We talked a lot about goal setting, keeping track of your goals. SMART goals, remember, SMART goals: strategic, measured, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. I've made a little Google form for you to take ownership of and edit on your own so you can track your daily sessions on the water and make sure you're making progress against your goals. So please use that resource and take it. Our next camp is June 18th to 22nd in Cabrillo Beach, leading up to the ILCA 4 and ILCA 6 Worlds right after Laser North Americans in Long Beach. Can't wait to see you there.